guys, I have a pattern for you, and this time I was inspired by the bucket hat worn by Kisuke from the anime Bleach. It's not an exact replica, but it's definitely close enough for crochet standards, I think. It's not too hard of a pattern, and the best part is you don't have to weave in any tails. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. For this project, you will need medium weight white yarn, medium weight green yarn, a 5.5mm hook, scissors, and a yarn needle. To begin the hat, you'll need both your green and white yarn and of course your 5.5mm hook. We're going to make a magic circle with the green to start off. So if you don't know how to do that, drape the yarn across your hand and make an X with your first two fingers and pinch it with your pinky. Now take your hook under that loop and then pull this loop underneath it. Now carefully pinch and take your fingers out. And then we're going to secure it with a chain 2 for this. You're going to want to make sure to take that tail out from the circle so it can pull easily. Now into the circle we're going to put in 16 half double crochets. So we're going to yarn over and through the circle, and I like to go under the tail as well. We're going to pull through that and then pull through those 3 loops on your hook, and we're going to do that 16 times. To finish the magic circle, we're now going to take the small tail and pull it until it closes completely. Just like that. Now to finish off this round and every round in the hat, we're going to go to the first half double crochet and make a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 2 to start the next round, and the chain 2s never count as a stitch. So going into the same stitch we slip stitched through, we're going to make an increase by putting 2 half double crochets into that stitch. But we're going to go in the back loop only. So there's one. And then on the second one, we're going to go through the same thing, and we're going to pull through, but we're going to leave those 3 loops on our hook and switch to our white. That way we can have a clean color transition. So take your white and pull through those 3 loops. Just like that. Now we're still going to go in the back loop only of every stitch, unless advised otherwise. And we're going to take the green yarn along. So go through the back loop only and loop over that green as well. We're going to pull through both and then pull through 3. And we're going to go through the same stitch with our white and do the exact same thing where we only do half a half double crochet. And we're going to take our green tail from below and put it through those 3 loops. Now we're going to do an increase in the back loop only of the next stitch while also taking the white yarn with us. Pull through 3, give your tails a tug if you need to so it looks neater, and then we pull through and then we pick up our white and pull through 3. And again. So just continue this around, and by the end of the row you should have 16 color changes. So this is what it should look like, and I'm going to show you how to finish off the row. So we're going to go into the first half double crochet, not the chain 2. We're going to go into the whole stitch. Just like that. And then you're also going to bring up your white tail along so it's already up on the second row. And we're just going to make a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 2. And like I said before, this never counts as a stitch. And a trick that I like to do after every row, so your yarn doesn't get tangled, is take each color yarn in your hand, like that, and just pull so that it spins free. So to begin the next row, we're going to make 1 half double crochet into the first stitch in the back loop only, just like last time, with the white yarn draped over. And then in the next stitch, we're going to make an increase. But just like last time, we're only going to go halfway with the half double crochet and then pull the white through. And we're going to repeat this process throughout every color. So each color will now have 3 stitches. So this is what it should look like, and we're going to finish the row just like we did last time and for every foreseeable row. We're going to go into the first half double crochet of the last round with the white yarn and make a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 2. So the reason you might not like the way it looks on the front, but that's because it's actually going to look like this on the back. And it looks a lot neater and straighter, and in my opinion looks better than the front, which is why we're working in the back loops only. So to start this round, we're going to make a half double crochet into the first 2 stitches, and then we're going to make an increase in the 3rd stitch, once again doing the same thing that we've always done, where we only complete the last half double halfway and complete it with the other color. And we're just going to repeat this around so that every color change now has 4 stitches. And I'll meet you back for the next row. For this row, we're going to make a half double crochet in the first 3 stitches, in the back loop only of course, making it now 5 stitches per color change. You're going to keep increasing the color changes by 1 until it fits the diameter of your head. For smalls, go to 6 stitches per color change. For medium, do 7 stitches per color change, and for larges, do 8 stitches per color change. And I'll meet you back here when you're done with the increase rows. Once you're happy with the size of your hat, you're going to chain 2 and make a half double crochet in the first stitch in the front loop only of this stitch and in every stitch around. So this is how it should look when the row's done, and when we flip it inside out, you could see that definition between the hat top and the hat body. Now in the next several rows, you're going to go back to doing half double crochets in the back loop only. So you're going to do 8 rows if you're small, 9 rows if you're medium, and 10 if you're a large. So this is what it looks like when your hat body is done, and this is what the inside looks like. So now we're going to start working on the brim of the hat, so we're going to start increasing again. So you're going to want to chain 2 like you always do. And for this row, we're going to do our half double crochets in the front loop only. So depending on how many times you increase in the beginning of your hat, our numbers might be different, but for me, I have 6 stitches per color, so I'm going to do a half double crochet in the first 5 and then do an increase in the 6th stitch, bringing my total to 7 stitches per color. So repeat this process of increasing at the end of every color and remembering to do it in the front loop, and I'll meet you back when this row's done. So to start this next row, we're going to chain 2 of course, and we're going to just go back to doing a half double crochet in each stitch around in the back loops only. However, in this row, we're going to start something else. So this is the back of your hat where you start each round because the seam is there. So we're going to follow this green to the opposite side, and that will be the front of the hat. So this one right here will be the front. So just do a half double crochet in each stitch around until you reach that halfway point, and I'll show you what to do from there. So now that we've reached the middle green section, I have 7 stitches, so for me, I'm going to do a half double crochet in the first 3 stitches, If you made a medium, you'd have 8 stitches, and I recommend doing an increase in the first green stitch. That way when you separate them, you'll have an even split between. And if you're a large, do it in the first 4 stitches before you make your split. So now I'm going to switch to white. And put in a white stitch into the middle, into the 4th stitch. And then I'm going to finish up by doing a half double crochet into the other 3 green stitches. And then I'm going to go right back to just doing a half double crochet in each stitch around for the rest of the row. And this is what the middle green section should look like when it's done, and I'll show you what to do for the next row. So this row is another increase round where we make an increase in the very last stitch of every color. So I'm going from 7 stitches to 8. And I will meet you in the middle for the instructions on what to do there. So once you reach the middle, we're going to put an increase into the first green stitch. And then we're going to do a half double crochet into the other green stitches. And then into the 1 white stitch, we're going to do an increase. And then you're going to put 1 half double crochet into the first 2 or 3 or 4 depending on what size your hat is. And then in the last green stitch, you're going to put another increase. Then you're just going to continue this round like we have been with an increase in the last stitch of every color. And I'll meet you back when the round is over to tell you what to do next. So this is a non-increase round, so we're going to just put 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and when you reach this middle part, I will tell you what to do from there. So for this section, you're going to put an increase into the first green stitch, and then a regular half double into the rest of them. And then into the white stitches, you're going to put an increase in both of those stitches. So you now have a total of 4. Then you're going to put 1 half double crochet into each of those green stitches and then an increase into the last one. Then you're going to complete the row by putting 1 half double crochet into each stitch around, and I'll meet you back for the next row. For this last row, it's another increase round, so we're going to do it like we always do, with an increase at the end of every color. So I'm going from 8 stitches to 9. And when you get to the middle section, you're going to put an increase into the first and last green stitch of this section, like we have been. And in the white, you're going to put an increase in the first and last, and 1 half double crochet in the middle 2 stitches. And then you're going to continue the round like we started it, and I will show you how to finish it off. So to finish the hat, we're going to make a slip stitch, trim the 2 ends, and pull through the green, and then weave in the 2 ends. This is what the completed hat looks like, and I think it came out pretty close to what I was basing it off of. And if you guys have any other ideas or animes you want to see, I would love to hear them. And I'd really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe. It really helps me out and allows me to bring more free patterns to you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys next week. So until then, see you later.